Hi guys, it's about 7:25-ish, and I just want to let you know how Maisie's doing today. There's nothing else new, nothing to write home about. When you can't go anywhere, you can't do anything, there's nothing to say. It's very windy. It has been very windy all afternoon, and I just saw a few snowflakes. Since it's been in the 50s and the 40s the last few days, that's kind of a surprise, but whatever. It's supposed to get warmer again for the next 2 weeks, 40s and 50s. This is crazy, late winter / early spring weather. So back to Maisie. Last night I was kind of upset because she wasn't there. Her eyes it was like her eyes were bulging. She had like her white rings were showing all the way around her eyes. When she'd look at me, she didn't meet my eyes and communicate like she does. You know, she wasn't Maisie in there, and it was very upsetting to me. She did sleep almost continually for the first 9 hours after her anesthesia, or her sedative. It wasn't anesthesia. And then, of course, all night. But she's such a good girl. She didn't even try to jump on the bed, which she wasn't supposed to anyway, but we didn't have to try and stop her from doing that because she didn't even do it. I took her red and white comforter in here and put it at the bottom of our bed, and she slept there all night. Pete got up early this morning. How early did you get up? 4:45. And he said she was much better when he got up. He fed them like he always does. She ate, she drank, she peed, she pooped. She, was fine. She was still sore because he had to go down to Saginaw today, and he was gone most of the day, I think. Through the day, she didn't do much. She kind of just laid around. When I came out here to sit, she's been laying on the floor next to me all day. When I was in the bedroom, she was laying on the floor at the bottom of the bed. And so she's been with me all day. And now her comforter is back on her couch where she sleeps at night, and she's on it. And she's out like a light. She's on 2 meds, she took those. One of them, they said, could make her sleepy and dopey, so that's 2 out of 7 dwarfs. But anyway, and it did. She slept, but she'd have periods of wakefulness, and she'd get up and walk around. And, when I ate my lunch, she kind of sat up and watched and waited for a bite, which she got. And, she's been Maisie again. Her tail's been wagging again, and her eyes, she's been looking at me and meeting my eyes. And, I dropped something just to see what she'd do, and she picked it up and handed it to me. And, she did the usual stuff. And I said, uh-oh, once, which is her word that she knows when I drop something. I say that, she comes to get it. And I hadn't dropped something, but I said it. But she came. So she, she's getting back to herself. She didn't scream at all today that I know of. I only heard her cry a little bit, like maybe twice for short periods when she moved. When Pete got home, she was out here laying next to me, and Chewy got all excited in there on the bed, and Maisie ran in there and jumped on the bed, but it took 2 tries. The first try, she didn't make it. Then the second try, she kind of dragged herself up.
Maisie did her customs routine when I walked in the door.
Oh, Maisie did her customs routine too when he walked in. She has to check out every package and everything you bring in the door, everything you're holding in your hand. She has to check it out. So, and she did that again. So, she's returning to her old self, but she's still kind of sleepy, probably from that gabapentin. And the other one's like an NSAID. So she already figured out that the nice chunk of Munster cheese that has the half of the pills are huge. And so I split them in half. And so that has the half of a pill in each chunk. By the second chunk today, she figured it out and pulled it out and ate the cheese. So I started making a nice chunk, putting the pill like into the top in a little pocket that I just pushed it in, made a little pocket. And I put a big chunk of peanut butter on top of that, and now she's eating just fine. She's gulping them down. So, that's her, and she's laying down over there, and when I'm done talking, I'll take a picture to stick at the end, but she's doing fine. She did use the papers today. She hasn't been out. I haven't wanted to take her on the stairs. A, I was alone. If she fell, I can't do anything about it. B, the less she uses that leg, even though they can't find what's wrong with it, or her back or whatever, the less active she is, the better. So I didn't want to take her up and down the stairs yet. But she's good about using her papers. She did come over at one point and tell me she wanted to go out, but I told her, no, use your papers. And that's today with her, and she's just laying there, and I'm going to give her pills about the same time as I take mine, which is about 10:30 and 10:30. And it's 7:30 now. So that's it. And Pete got home okay. He's fixing himself dinner, spaghetti, and for lunch I had some frozen hamburger patties, which of course I cooked. Put a little bit of ketchup on it, and that was my lunch. I made 3 because by the time they're done, they're like this big, but I was too full. I couldn't finish them all 3, so the dogs got the rest. So in a little while, when Pete's done eating, I'm going to make my evening snack, which will be more like a meal. And it will be my Porkies in the oven with a bunch of sharp cheddar on them until the Porkies are really crispy and the cheese is really brown. And then I just mix up some salsa and some sour cream and dip the Porkies and cheese in. Oh my gosh, it's so good. And I will see you guys tomorrow. So have a great Saturday. Take care. God bless and good night.